Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in the ocean. That video that you just saw was just off the coast of California. That was Monterey Bay. Well, also in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, we're tracking not one, not two, but three tropical areas of interest. Of course, we have Tropical Storm Genevieve that just developed not too long ago. We also have Fausto, which is a Category 2 hurricane, in an area that we're watching just south and west of Hawaii that we're not really watching that much because it's not going to have any significant impacts. It does have a 70% chance of formation, though. So that's all three. Let's start off with Fausto. That's the one that I want to make sure that we zone in on and zero in on because of the fact that it is a Category 2 hurricane. And look where its trajectory has taken it. Yeah, directly toward Hawaii. And keep in mind that this time of the year in Hawaii, for the month of July, we have about 900,000 visitors, so just under a million. 25,000 of those visitors are honeymooners, by the way. Fausto right now, winds of 100 miles per hour. This thing's racing toward the west at between 10 to 15 miles per hour. You look at the environment, and is it conducive for further development? Well, here's the thing. There's low wind shear, which means, yes, that is supportive of development of Fausto. However, it's entering into an area that's super duper dry, so it's almost like getting sandblasted, right? Getting dust thrown in its face. And you can see that right here. This is the dry air out ahead of it. There's where the moisture pocket is around the center of circulation. So it's getting dust in its face. That's number one. And then number two, it's entering into waters that just aren't that warm. On its current track, it's taken it from that really nice, warm 80-plus degree water into the 70s, right? That's like going from the hot tub where you are just relaxing and enjoying right into a cold plunge, and you're not in that cold plunge for all that long. So with that being said, as our system races into that air that's super dry right here out ahead of it, we're expecting significant weakening as it races toward Hawaii. Again, 100-mile-per-hour winds right now. Later in the day tomorrow on Sunday, we're expecting those winds to weaken to about 81 miles per hour, or 85 rather. So that goes from Category 2 to Category 1. Eventually on the threshold of a high-end tropical storm by Monday, tropical storm status by Tuesday, and by Wednesday and Thursday still a tropical storm, but a lower-end tropical storm as it races toward all 8 islands of the Hawaiian Islands. Here's what it should look like, again, as it makes its beeline toward Hawaii. Of course, Fox Weather is going to do our best to send Robert Ray out there later in the week, so something to look forward to see his reports. But again, the trajectory just showing weakening in that tropical system with big old waves also in the forecast.